morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to Yarn on the Beach. This is episode 106 and we're here live in Southwest Florida waiting on the sun to rise. This is the Gulf of Mexico behind me and the sun's trying to peek out through the clouds and the smoke behind the buildings and the trees. I'm afraid the forest fires over in the Everglades are much heavier and closer to my part of the state than usual. Sometimes it's smoky at my house, which is 10 miles inland and maybe 1 or 2 miles from the edge of civilization, but here at the beach it's very rare for it to be this smoky. It smells like a smoldering campfire here this morning. Good morning everyone, and thanks for joining me. So I'm not entirely sure if the sun's going to come out. It might burn through the clouds when it gets up here, but I'll show you. You can see how the light's really diffused behind the smoke and the clouds behind that building. See that? So here's the beach to the south of us this morning. We've got a few walkers. And then if we go past Dolly the Wonder Wagon, we can see that there are a few walkers to the north as well. But overall, pretty quiet morning down here. It's quite mild. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I see the notifications were working today, so that's great. Glad to see that. Thank you all for joining me on a Saturday morning when you could have slept in. I appreciate it very much. If anybody's crafting this morning, please let me know what you're working on. Whether you're joining me live or if you're going to join me in the recorded version, I would also love to hear what you'll be crafting on today. Morning.
You got your little studio here.
Yep.
It's nice.
Thank you. Oh, there's a dolphin?
Yeah, there was a dolphin going on.
Ah, I missed it. Let's see if we can see the dolphin. Hopefully he's close. Oh, you're working on baby shoes. Yeah, I can do a tutorial on baby shoes, absolutely. I have I'm fairly certain I have 1 or 2 crochet baby booty free patterns on my website already. I can just do a tutorial on one of those. Lisa, you said something about Jeeps, but I didn't understand what you said, and it goes by so fast. Beatrice is working on a cat Afghan. You know what? I saw one of the ladies at my knitting group is working on a really pretty cat Afghan also, where it's color work, where it's stranded so you carry the yarn as you go. Oh shoot, I don't see the dolphin. Well, maybe he'll come back. In the meantime, we'll keep talking about yarn. Oh, I missed a bunch of comments again. Sorry. If you want to repeat it, go ahead. Mar wants to know about the top I was working on yesterday. Well, I got through 2 balls yesterday, and keep in mind this is not blocked, but I'm not certain that it's long enough to wear at 2 balls. I'll try it on and show you. Pretty sure it's going to need 3. I don't know, maybe. I've got to wet block it and see what it looks like. It's possible that I'll be okay with 2. Yeah, it's possible. So this is 2 balls. Love the vertical striping of it. But I was only able to do a very minimal edging because of running out of yarn, so I don't know. If I go into a 3rd ball, I could do longer sleeves too, because this looks really pretty as a sleeve. But it's nice as 2 balls too. So I'm happy with it, but still debating whether or not I need 3 balls. So you can see that. And I'll show you what else I've been working on since that. I think 2 balls is going to be plenty. With the right outfit underneath, not everything has to be long. So I've made a ton of progress on this cardigan. Not sure how it'll look on because it's not finished in the back, which means it's not going to lay right yet. And it's a little oversized, so I think it's going to get a button right there. And the back is not finished, so it still needs some more across, a couple of motifs across the top of the neck. And could use some edging maybe to tighten it up, but I do love the oversized part of it. I might even put buttons down from here to here. Let's see, hard to see in the camera. Can't decide yet, but so this is, I actually made a larger size than I probably need, but I like it oversized as well, so hard to say, but this is going to be probably a 42 or a 44. And it's based on the size of the motif, so which is going to be a really interesting way to write the pattern. So depending on how big you make the square is going to extrapolate out to being what size sweater you make. So whether you change your gauge or add a row, it's going to be all about the gauge of the one square that determines what size you're making. And I made a square about 4.5 inches, which turned out to be like a 44. And I like it overall, but I do think that it needs some finishing still. So, and you can see in the top of the back, it's missing a couple of motifs up there too. But I think it's going to be a little too big for me, which means I will be able to show it on a different model this time. The water's more blue than normal today. Cheryl's working on the beaded scarf. That's great. And so I'm going to work on one of these motifs. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me this morning. So an update on bling yarn. Yeah, it'll be big. It'll be the right size for somebody else, and that's fine too. I knew that when I was making it, and moved forward anyway, because the idea for my next book has to do with using other models anyway. So, and the models that I'm looking to use are of all different sizes, so it'll be perfect for somebody else at the photo shoot, and that's perfectly fine with me. And I'll just have to make another one for myself. Okay, so I see another request for making videos on baby cardigan. Okay, thank you. Jamie's finishing up the sleeves on a sweater. Yeah, you're in the home stretch now. That's great. Yes, the color palette is pretty this morning. It's different than normal, and we do have a bit of a haze because of the smoke from the fires, but it's a little more blue in the water this morning, and maybe that's because of the reflection of the clouds, but the water seems more blue to me today. Is it looking like that on camera too? Hello from Denmark. Hi Sherry, thanks for joining. You're working on the Lila scarf. Great. The beaded Lila scarf. That's such a pretty project. I haven't worn mine in a while. Christina agrees with me that the palette is a little more blue today. Good. I'm glad it shows up on camera. I am surprised how nice of video and live stream my phone does when we come down here. I do this all on my phone. I looked down and missed some messages. Sorry about that. Hi Shirley, thanks for joining. Carrie, put too many stitches on her edging. Any tips for finding a good place to frog? Well, I would imagine that you would have to frog the whole edging in order to restart it. Is that what you mean? Hi Eleni, thanks for joining. Oh, I missed what's wrong with Faye. Mary is surprised how many podcasters use their phones. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Phones actually have a lot more capabilities than we realize sometimes. My favorite camera that I use even for professional photos is an adapter that I attach to my phone. How cool is that? The waves are so relaxing this morning. We only have our little birdie friends today too. Faye, I got your email yesterday. You used, I'll answer it later today. The yarn that you bought doesn't have as much yardage as the shawl does, but I have some options for you and I'll be replying to your email later today. You're asking what I'm crocheting. I'm working on this cardigan. It's made of motifs, and I'm working on the last two motifs for the project. If anybody else is crafting with me this morning, let me know. Of course, Faye, no problem. I was away from my desk most of the day yesterday and just didn't get a chance to reply yet. Good morning, Leah. Thank you, Mary. 1, 2. Thank you, Eleni. I'm glad you like it. It's coming along very nicely. I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. Not done yet, but getting there. Melissa, I think this motif would make pretty all sorts of things. Yes, make all sorts of pretty things. A pullover, a shawl, a bag, a scarf, a shawl. And this cardigan, a vest, yeah, all sorts of things. I think Leah might have missed it. I've shown it a couple times, but I know it's so hard to know what's been going on before you join, so I'll show you again. It's this cardigan. It's got, the motifs are joined on the diagonal, and here's the back of the cardigan, and the front of the cardigan, and I'm just finishing up the last two motifs for the back. Hard to see out here, but I'll have better photos when the pattern's ready. Don't be sorry, Leah. I'm happy to explain again. No problem whatsoever. No problem. I understand no one has time to be here the whole time. That's why I try to do the podcast for 30 minutes so that whenever anybody can pop in for 5 or 10 minutes or however long you can, I'm happy to repeat things that I need to or what have you. Don't feel bad at all. It's no problem. I like sharing what I'm working on. Our metal detector friend is working in the water this morning. I didn't realize those were waterproof. Hi Anna, thanks for joining. Oh, you usually miss it? Well, I'm so glad you're here this morning, Lee. That's great. It's going to be 83 in California today. Wow, that's a regular old heat wave. love seeing everybody saying hi to each other. That's so sweet. Everyone's saying hi to Edna right now. I can't remember if I said hi to Edna or not. Hi, Edna. It's going to snow in Denver today. Oh my gosh. I bet you are tired of that. Where do you get the extra long crochet hook? Are you referring to this one? Because this one isn't extra long. Are you asking me where you would buy one? I'm not really familiar with that sort of resource. I do have a resource for some tools, and that would be Lacis or Lacis, L-A-C-I-S in California. And they do a lot of beautiful and unusual tools, but I'm not sure if they carry that one. Are you talking about like an Afghan hook or a crochet hook? Hi Vivian, thanks for joining. Heather says you can order it on Amazon. Yeah, that's an option too. I could look on Amazon for you later today too. That's a good idea. I've been thinking about that type of hook for myself even, because I feel pretty limited in doing Tunisian crochet right now because I don't have the longer hooks or the ones with the cords. Actually, I might have an interchangeable set. I'll have to go look. But I know that those aren't always easily accessible, so I'll look for something that's a little more accessible on Amazon and let you know. Just to confirm, you're looking for a Tunisian crochet hook, right? Hi. Just confirm for me what you're specifically looking for, and I will definitely help you find it, okay? Yesterday in the car, I wound the rest. Mine looks longer? No, this is just a regular size Susan Bates crochet hook. This is a size F5 3.75 millimeter. It looks longer. Huh, I wonder why. Maybe because I don't hold much of it. I really hold it very minimally, and maybe that's why it looks like you can see a lot of it. But it wouldn't hurt for me to share some of my favorite tools in my Amazon shop. So I'll do some research and let you know about that. Oh, this is definitely not longer. Here, look at it next to the length of my hand. This is just a regular old Susan Bates. I've probably had it for, I don't know, 10 years, maybe longer, maybe 15 years. It's smaller than my hand, and my hands are little. Which sucks as a piano player. I have small hands, which makes it a little bit harder work for me when I play piano and guitar, but it doesn't stop me. Leah, you hold your crochet hook this way too. Cool. Audrey wants to know if I think I'm a loose or tight crocheter. Well, I have seen people that crochet way looser than me, and I've seen people that crochet way tighter than me. So I would have thought that I was a loose crocheter, but I've seen people that crochet much looser than me. So I'm not at the edge of the spectrum, but around the middle, I'd say I have a tendency to crochet looser, but not super duper loose, if that makes sense. But definitely on the looser side, I think. If I miss your comment and it's a question and you want me to answer it, please feel welcome to repeat it because I know they go by so fast, and while I'm crocheting I'm having a harder time catching all of it. Hi Pam, thanks for joining. I didn't catch what you said to me, but I did catch that you said hi. So thanks for being here. A little chilly. That's a little bit better. Dawn's turning her scarf into a shrug. That sounds fun. It's a little bit chilly, Sherry. It'll be warmer when the sun comes up for sure. The sun's starting to burn through the clouds and the smoke. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see. The light is diffused but really pretty. Isn't that nice? I mean, I love a huge fireball in the sky too, but this is pretty as well. Oh, I'm wearing one of my Amazon tank tops today. I think I forgot to show you. You know the Amazon tank tops that I like to buy? I'm wearing one. Whoops, I already came undone. I love tying them on the side and wearing them over leggings. This one I'm wearing just over some simple Nike leggings, but I feel like it looks nice and put together with my jean jacket, and I feel comfortable leaving the house. Oh no, Lisa, no notifications this morning. Sorry about that, but glad you thought to pop over and look for me anyway. Welcome here. Oh, Elisa, by the way, the air freshener you gave me for the car, it smells amazing. She gave me an air freshener that is a picture of a alpaca on it, and it says I live happy, has a little gold tassel at the bottom of it, and it's the scent of rose and musk, and it smells so nice. She and her kids brought me a gift to celebrate the 100th episode of Yarn on the Beach last week at Knitting Club, and you might have, I did do a little snippet of it in one of my 15 Moments with Kristin video compilations this week. Oh, the girls waved at you guys? That's sweet. That's so cute. I did share it in one of my compilation videos this week. If anybody remembers seeing that and wondering what it was, that's what it was. And it smells wonderful, so thank you, Elisa. And it says, I live happy, and I just love, love, love that sentiment. Yeah, I love the alpaca on there too. Don't they have the sweetest little faces? So somebody, I think, had asked me how the progress is going on the Crochet on Fabric book. And I'm at a crossroads with all books right now. I have content for several books ready to go, and I'm trying to decide how to organize them. I'm not sure if it should be a book exclusively on Crochet on Fabric, or a book exclusively on vests and cardigans, or a book exclusively on crochet or knitting. I can't decide how to organize everything right now. And part of my heart is telling me to do a little bit of everything, and to do maybe all crochet but combine some garments, some shawls, and some crochet on fabric, or do vests and layers and combine crochet and knitting. I can't decide. It's so hard to figure out what you think is going to be successful and what people are going to want, and just kind of torn between which direction to go in, because I have a good portion of samples done to go in any of those directions, so it's just about figuring out which direction to go in. Okay, Dawn, combination of which? I mentioned a couple of combinations. Ellen says the first idea, meaning combining different crochet things in one book, right? Please confirm either way, and if anybody wants to leave a comment in the video when it's recorded later today, so that I have a physical copy of what you're thinking is a good idea. Especially for the crochet on fabric, I thought introducing it in a crochet book might be a good way to get started on it, instead of doing a book exclusively just that, because once I introduce it in a book on overall crochet, then I could do another book just on crochet on fabric. And what's cool is it doesn't just have to be fabric, it could be crochet on anything, and that's really where I want to take that concept. But I'm not sure if it needs to be a standalone book or be... Oh good, I'm glad you liked their book. Dawn is saying yes, crochet and crochet on fabric together. Okay, cool. But again, if anybody, I'll post a comment at the end of this when this is in a video. Yes, I have done freeform crochet a long, long time ago, Linda. I'll post the comment here when this is a recording, and then anybody that wants to reply to it, I would love to have your feedback. Lily, there's a couple of ways to crochet on fabric, and that's what I'll be teaching in the patterns and in the book. If you search on YouTube, on my YouTube channel for crochet on fabric, I have a couple of really cool videos already out there where you can get one of the basic concepts of it. I've done the edge of curtains in my bedroom that are so gorgeous. And what else have I done on there? I've done it on a t-shirt. Someone else is saying a separate book on crochet on fabric would be cool. Okay. I guess the bottom line is there aren't a lot of resources for crochet on fabric, so I guess that does make it unique. Maybe that will be the way to go. Did I just crochet all the way around this and not join it? You know what else I did? I did a square and I needed a triangle. Whoopsie. So this is a square of the motif that I didn't join to the cardigan and didn't need to join to the cardigan either. I needed a triangle and needed to join it. But it sure is fun just chatting and crocheting, isn't it? Until you forget what you're doing. Oh, I did make it to the movies last night. And I think my friend and I determined it was the first time I've been to the movies in more than 2 years. Yes, Audrey, that's right. There's a lot of projects. Oh, someone was asking about Marlon. Marlon is still going to physical therapy, and he's left-handed and plays tennis left-handed, so he's back to training this week, but training right-handed, and he invited me to come watch a lesson with one of his coaches yesterday, and I got to watch him play right-handed, and dang, to play with your non-dominant hand, when you've never done that before, he looked really impressive. I couldn't believe it. It was such a treat. I took some videos for him so he can study them later today. Excited to do that. That'll be cool. Yes, it is good news, Leah. And his physical therapist said he thinks he sees progress, which is amazing. Marlon says he feels more range of motion. So all very encouraging. We do have to cancel 2 tournaments that he was going to go to in Miami in May, which pretty disappointing. There are 2 really big ones, really big ITFs, but there's a 3rd one that he's already signed up for at the end of May. So the goal, but he wants to help me wish for a goal and visualize. Marlon has a tournament at the end of May that we're hoping he'll be healed and healthy and strong and ready to compete in. So that's the goal right now. But after yesterday, it finally sounds like some good, positive progress. Thanks, Edna. Oh, bye, Christy and Faye. Thank you, Beatrice. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. So I'm going to keep him on an anti-inflammatory diet, and we're going to keep doing anti-inflammatory, Aleve, and continue to do massage and icing and all those things too, and we're doing physical therapy 3 times a week. But what I can help him with is his diet, and so I'm still working on anti-inflammatory foods and recipes for him. And he is responding well to it. Hi, Angelina. Thanks for joining this morning. Hi, Alice. Goodbye to those who are leaving a little bit early. I know I'm going a little late this morning too. Just so relaxed down here. Beatrice, I did not know that. Thanks for letting me know. All right, well, I guess I should pack this stuff up at least. So I guess the next decision to make is whether or not to leave this as 2 balls or 3. So I'll know better. Hi, Angelina. Never on an empty stomach. Okay, thanks, guys. He's a little stubborn about eating in the morning, so that's going to be challenging, but see what I can do. Oh, Mary, the movie was great. I thought it had a wonderful, wonderful message. It was trying to relay a message that you are beautiful on the inside, and you are absolutely stunningly gorgeous beautiful on the inside, and to have that excitement and enthusiasm for yourself is what makes you glow on the outside. And so I could not agree more with that, and it was a wonderful message, and I think every person, not just women, I think every person could benefit from seeing a movie with that kind of a message. Obviously it's funny. Amy Schumer is totally funny, and her, it's called I Feel Pretty. It's with Amy Schumer, and it came out last night. And like I was saying, my friend and I joked that it was the first movie I've been to in more than 2 years. Don't know why that is, but anyway, it was absolutely great. I left the movie feeling, just feeling like it was a great reminder. And you listen to one of her interviews? That's great. Joan, you think it needs a 3rd ball for the top? I think it'll be more comfortable as a longer top. I'm guessing that's what you mean. Oh, so anyway, Amy Schumer in an interview had said she wrote the story for her 12-year-old self and for 12-year-olds all around the world. And having heard that before I watched it, longer sleeves would be beautiful too. Thanks, Joan. And I totally agree. I think it's something that we could all use a gentle reminder of now and then. Edna agrees, longer top. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to do it as 2 balls, but I know it's not the way I'd feel pretty wearing it. And if I go into a 3rd ball, I can make an edging that I have in my brain that is prettier than the minimal edging I put on here. I did 1 row of an edging, and it would really be much more beautiful as a 2-row edging. And if I can get some length without going too far into it, possibly add some more sleeve, but if not, at least do the edging I do at the bottom on the sleeve. That might be what 3 balls does. Probably be 4 balls to do longer sleeves. But anyway, that's that. So we're just about out of time here. Let's take this last minute to... No, Beatrice, I'm not happy with the edging. I forced it. For to finish the yarn, but I am going to block it first. I can hold it up one more time, sure. Let's see. I am going to block it first just to make sure that I have a feeling it is going to grow quite a bit still when I block it. So I'm going to check it out at 2 balls first. But this is it unblocked. So remember, I still have to wet it, and it's going to grow quite a bit when I block it still. So it's still, I'm still on the fence about 2 or 3 balls. But you'll be the first to know when I decide. Okay, so now for the last minute here, let us look out on this magnificent view. soak in the sounds of those relaxing waves and set our intentions for the rest of the weekend. Thank you everyone for taking time out of your busy weekend to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, hope you enjoyed the view, the sound of the waves, and chatting with me and everyone else. If you like Yarn on the Beach podcast, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and click the bell so you get notified when I'm going live next. We're here 6 days a week at sunrise. Happy to have you join me at any time, and it always goes to recording afterwards, so if you can't join me live, you can still watch the podcast at any time, day or night. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you Monday. Bye!